Let's talk about something personal today that I don't think I've ever talked about. I don't think I've ever said it out loud or talked about it to anyone. This is about Star Wars and about a crush I had on a girl. I'll call her Amy. Sure, you've all heard about her before. And one of my other plans that seemed to fail to win her over, or at least this time get a date with her. If you can call it that. I mean, we were like 10 years old, or I guess a little older than that. This was the time Return of the Jedi came out, so I was 11 years old, or about to turn 11. So probably not a date, but, a way to get her to go see Return of the Jedi with me. Whew. Couldn't wait. Well, I saw Return of the Jedi May of 1983. I was still in school then, and of course I went back to school. I was about the only one talking about Return of the Jedi. I couldn't believe what I just saw, and a few weeks later, school got out. So I had all summer to plan a scheme to go see Return of the Jedi with Amy. I couldn't wait, and I'll tell you exactly what put this in my head. I went to my friend's Boyd. I had a friend named Boyd, lived across the street, and he either had a comic book, a weekly reader. He had something with an ad in there that showed this kid that looked about my age with a girl that looked about Amy's age going to see Return of the Jedi. Each of them sporting a Return of the Jedi shirt and hat. And it made me think right then, girls do like Star Wars. Girls do like boys that like Star Wars. I guess I don't need a ball and a bat to get a girlfriend. So I started that day to get that shirt and that hat. One of each. One for me, one for Amy, a shirt and a hat. But I couldn't just walk into a store. I couldn't get my mom to drive me to Zayre's or Kmart or even Revco. No, I had to order these. But how would I get my mom to buy me High C? You had to buy High C to get the order form. I don't know if you had to buy some proof of purchases. I don't think you did. We'll get into that in a minute because I'm not really sure how to order it. But I knew that this was a promotion done by High C. If you don't know High C, it was a fruit drink. I don't know. They're probably still around. And you're thinking, oh, Junkman, it came in a little box. You stick a little plastic straw in it and you just drink it. No, this was the 80s. And you're thinking, oh, it comes with a can with a pop top on it. You just pull the pop top off and drink. No. This was the early 80s. It came in a big industrial-sized can, about this big. It was huge. I remember it was big and fat around. You had to use a can opener to open it. Not one of those where you turn it around this and the can spins around. No, you had to get the kind to poke a hole in it, and you had to poke a hole in the backside of it so it wouldn't go bloop, 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 bloop when you try to pour it out. And man, they had all kinds of flavors. Let me tell you, they had cherry, they had peach, they had citrus cooler, whatever that is, orange, wild berry, grape, fruit punch, hula cooler, strawberry, apple cranberry, gross, and regular apple. Now, a few months around May or maybe earlier in the year, my mom kept talking about me going to the doctors to get my tonsils taken out. I also had to get my adenoids taken out. I'm not even sure what that is. I think it's in your nose, but I remember they took them out because I had an ear infection. I don't know. I don't hear much people talk about adenoids. But anyway, I don't have any adenoids there. Some fun facts for you. But my mom was like, okay, this summer we're going to get your tonsils out. I tried to play it off. Oh, Mom, no, I can't get my tonsils out, Mom. I can't. I didn't want to go to surgery. To me, this was major surgery. And it was routine enough where I couldn't use it for sympathy to get a date with Amy. So I said, you're just going to ruin my summer. I'm going to go to the doctor, going to be there a couple days, going to go home, lay around. Everyone warned me my throat's going to hurt so bad. So I said, Mom, I've got to have my summer. Why don't we do this in September? She's like, no, you'll miss a whole week of school. And I was like, hey, that's okay with me. But Mom didn't go for it. And then she told me something that triggered my plan into motion. She said, junk kid or junk son, you get your tonsils out, you get home. Not only can you have all the ice cream you want by just saying you want ice cream, you can have all the juice drinks also, because we got to keep you hydrated. And it's good on your throat. Some orange, some apple, some grape. I loved anything with grape in it. I still love grape. I loved anything that was grape flavor. All my friends were drinking Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Mellow Yellow. I was like, give me a new grape. Do they still make new grape? Well, I hope so. Anyway, so it hit me. So I can get my mom to buy me High C drinks, and then there'll be an order form there to order the shirt. And I'll have the sympathy of, I just had surgery, Mom. Will you order me the shirt and hat? Then wait a few days. Dad, I had major surgery. Can you write me a check to order this shirt and hat? That way I get one of each. And if I gave Amy a hat and a shirt, as a thank you, she would have to go to the movies with me to see Return of the Jedi. Well, it all was according to plan. I was like, this is it. Let's do this. So I said, Mom, leave me the first month off. In July, let me get my tonsils out. So I did. I went in to get my tonsils out. I don't remember much about it. I remember they put a gas mask thing on me and fall asleep. I remember waking up and my throat hurt. It wasn't the worst sore throat ever. Of course, I did act like it was because I wanted to get, something. I had to get some sympathy here. My grandma came to the hospital and saw me. Brought me a Return of the Jedi figure. Yep. Still in the package. I got to open it right there in the hospital room. It was for Return of the Jedi. The new. I still didn't have all the Return of the Jedi figures. And this was Nagnum, and however you say his name, this was it. I was like, whoa, the co-pilot to the Falcon. My grandma said, you mean Chewbacca? No, my grandma didn't say that. She wouldn't know what a Chewbacca was. Anyway, so I got that. I got some other things. I came home. I remember laying on the couch thinking, oh, this is it. Asking for ice cream. Let my plan in motion here. Getting thirsty. So here goes. Mom, my throat hurts, thirsty. And I was promised all the high C I could have. Just had to yell for it. I just had to say, Mom, I was thirsty. And I could get high C in a big can. Any flavor I wanted. I even told her before I went to the hospital, I was like, get grape, get cherry, get apple. Maybe an orange. Maybe an orange is good. Don't get peach. Don't get any fruit punch. It'll burn my throat. And don't get anything. Don't get any of that cranberry stuff. Ugh. No. I don't want to have to go to the bathroom. So I called her. I was like, Mom, I need grape. IC now. And I could hear her in the kitchen getting that big can opener out. Pouring, I could hear it pouring, blub, 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 blub. And it's like, this is my one chance. This is my chance. So she brought me that. I said, bring me the can too, because I wanted to look at the Return of the Jedi picture and everything so I could show her how to order it. And here she comes. Shows up. Did I get the high C I was promised? Did I, Mom? Did I get the high C that I was promised? No. What did I get? Juicy juice. I don't know. Some generic high C, I guess. Do they still make juicy juice? It even sounds like a little baby drink. Juicy juice. That was worse than getting those little plastic jugs to drink. Remember those? Like a little plastic jug. You pop open the tin foil on the top and drink it. But, man. Juicy juice. And my mom she told me she had like 4 different flavors. All in a can this big. That would take me about a week to drink each one. So my plan was ruined. Freaking juicy juice. How can I get a shirt with juicy juice? They did have an offer on the juicy juice. They did have an offer on the juicy juice. They did have an offer on the juicy juice can. It wasn't for Star Wars. It was like for a free or a discounted Viewmaster. Come on. That's not going to give me a date with Amy. So, I drank as much juicy juice as I could. I was so sick of juicy juice. I ain't even sick of saying the name still today. But I drank all the juicy juice and juicy juice and juicy juice and juicy juice. So I drank up all the juicy juice in the house, and about a week later, I was back to normal. My plan was ruined. I mean, it's going to take about 6-8 weeks to get the shirt and the hat. You know how slow they were in the mail. I've got to do something fast. So, with my grandma, I headed over to Zayre's, looking at Star Wars toys and stuff. And then I saw it on an end cap. For some reason, it was Zayre's. Zayre's didn't sell groceries, but I guess they had some grocery supplies there. I can remember seeing high C on the shelf. Had orange. I don't know what other flavors was, but I can in my head remember they had orange. I remember the orange label, and it had Star Wars on the label. And I was like, that's it. That's from the ad I saw. I have to get that. Now, I knew not to ask my grandma for it. My grandma would buy me anything. When it came to Star Wars toys, it was my grandma I went to when I wanted Star Wars toys. If it wasn't my birthday or Christmas, always my grandma. Always my grandma. But not for this, because you had to write a check, you had to mail it. It was just too confusing for an old woman. You knew not even to bring it up. So, I said, Grandma, still can't, hurts, throat still hurts sometimes. Sure could use that juicy juice. She didn't know I already drank all the juice up at the house, so she got me Hi-C. Took it back home, put it in the pantry, closet, cabinet, whatever you want to call it. I put it in there and waited for my parents to get home. Told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to drink me a little bit of juicy juice. Will you open it for me? I wasn't allowed to touch the can opener. That was for Mom. That's what Mom did. Mom, that's why I had a mom to open my juicy juice or my Hi-C. So she popped it open and I started, poured it into a glass. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I started looking at the can. I said, look, Mom, they got Return of the Jedi, Star Wars shirt and hat. And she was putting up some dishes or something, really paying attention to me. I talked all the time. They learned to tone me out very early in life. So she was just like, whatever. And I said, Mom, I went through major surgery, and although, I got some recovery gifts from Grandma and stuff, and you did give me some juicy juice at me, I said, wouldn't it be nice to get a kid like me something like this? And she said, yeah, Junk son, we'll get you that hat, we'll get you that shirt. So that was out of the way. I got her. Now I just had to get my dad or somebody to order them. The other one, because they wasn't going to order two of them. I mean, these things were about $4 a piece. Come on. We wasn't rich. So, we looked at the can. We had the Hi-C can. Had the Star Wars logo on it. It says, see the back for details. Now, in my mind, I said, I must be going crazy. I must be remembering this wrong. So, I actually looked on Google to find this can so I could say it wasn't me. We looked all over that can on how to order it, and we couldn't figure it out. Here I was, a 11-year-old, is that what I said? 10-year-old, 11-year-old, almost 11-year-old. In September, I'll be 11-year-old. And a mom, I don't know how my mom was in, maybe in her 30s, early 40s, I don't know. But here we are, both of us, looking at a can of Hi-C that was about this big, reading all about this shirt and this hat and Return of the Jedi and all that. We could not figure out how to order this thing. It said there was an order form, and I knew Boyd had an order form in a comic book or a newspaper or something, so I ran across the street. I was like, Boyd, where's that comic? Give me that comic, man. It's got, all the information I need to order this stuff. And he said, I read it already. I believe it was a comic, or maybe a weekly reader, like I said. I think it was a comic, but Boyd had this thing. Once he read a comic book, once he read a magazine, whatever he read, threw it in the garbage. That's what he did, threw it in the garbage. And it was long gone. He said, I read that, almost a month ago or more. So my mom couldn't figure out, why was there no order form on the can? I don't know. There was no order form on the can. And then we were slowly getting into August. And I didn't know what it is. I said, I don't have enough time to order this, so we can both go see the movie. It says right there on the package. It says right there. Everywhere I saw was a little boy, a little girl, looked about my age, looked about Amy's age. She was excited to be hanging out with this kid who was dressed like Return of the Jedi. I said, that's got to be us. Now, I wish this store had some cool ending where I went to the mailbox and there was two of each in there. Maybe I came to school and Amy brought me a Return of the Jedi hat and shirt, and maybe she was like, hey, go see Return of the Jedi with me. But this is a real story. This isn't a fantasy story, so it just doesn't have a happy ending. Doesn't really have an ending at all. I don't even know if this video is going to be worth watching, because I just wanted to talk, because it hit me the other day about this Hi-C shirt thing and how much I wanted it. I don't think I ever told anyone my plan. I don't think Boyd even knew. I don't think anybody knew my plan, just up here in my head. So August ended, September rolled around, went back to school, and I didn't ask Amy to go see the movie with me. I mean, if I didn't have a shirt to give her and a hat, how could I ask a girl to go see a movie with me if she couldn't wear a shirt and a hat to go see it? It just didn't make any sense to me. And let's be honest, I'm kind of glad the shirt and hat didn't come. it would probably been pretty embarrassing to give her a Star Wars hat and a shirt that I also had and ask her to go to the movies with me. I would have been because she probably wouldn't want to see it. I mean, this was in September. If she did see it like everybody else, she wasn't the type to go see it over and over again. And being that I didn't have balls, well, I had balls, but I didn't have baseballs and soccer balls and footballs and all that. She probably didn't really care. Now, if I came to school with a Mean Joe Green jersey and gave her a Mean Joe Green jersey, we probably would go see Monday Night Football together or something. But you girls, y'all love guys that play with balls. I don't know what it is. If a guy plays with balls, you really like him. You think he's the coolest thing in the world. Let a guy play with a wigway, and it's like, oh, he's a nerd. He's a dork. I wish he played with balls. Well, some of us play with our wigway, and some of us play with our balls, and I'm a wigway guy. Anyway, that's the story. Again, I wish I had a better ending, but that's it. That's it. That's another me and Amy story. Some of you guys like them, and I am trying to put all these stories into a book form. I just got to stop being lazy about it. But it should be a lot of fun if I can get them out there. I guess that's it, guys. Let me know if you remember the contest. Maybe you ordered the hat and the shirt. Maybe you got them for a girl, and y'all wore them together to the movie theater like the picture said you could. I don't know. I just wish I got that hat and shirt now because it would look very cool to do a video in. Although it would be pretty damn tight right now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Tell us when you like my content. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.